Oh, welcome to English 4A and 4B with me, Mrs. Paige. Thank you. You're a beautiful audience. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead and sit down. That's fine. All right. That's okay. If you want to go ahead and finish on your own time, that'd be fine too. It's more to let you process. So Cameron was talking about the fact that there's this link. It will also be accessible through the class slides whenever I put them up as well. So if you missed out on this one, feel free to click it then, that kind of thing. Welcome, TJ. All right, so anybody want to tell me how you think this information about how you learn can help you in your learning? I know that sounds weird, right? So what do you think? Welcome, Demetrius. Alex, like, heads up, guys. Welcome, Andrew. How's it going? No one wants to tell me why you think it'd be important to know if you learn by hearing, sight, hands-on. You can do it in the chat box as well if you're shy. I promise not to shun you or anything. Welcome, Alyssa. Tie between visual and tactile. So you see and doing it with your hands at the same time are the same. Only once. All right. D for Demetrius. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see what we got all around. Da, 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 da. So most of us are visual learners, and then we've got the tactile second, which is funny because we're online, so that kind of makes it weird, right? And then the auditory is the lowest, but I'll bet money if I played a song that you really, really liked, that you would remember the words to it, like bam, right? There's something about that auditory piece, and most all of us, right? It's going to sit there and be like, Unless it's, you know, like you don't know the words to it, like it's K-pop, and you just kind of like, but you at least knew what it was supposed to be, what it sounds like. Oh my gosh, you're hurting me, man. There's actually Thanksgiving break and then winter break, but we also have a day off next week on Wednesday for Veterans Day. So see, you guys get a lot of time off, so don't let it hurt you though. Welcome, Vanessa. How are you? All right, so we had one person answer, being a visual learner helps me understand what is going on or how something works visually or hands-on. So like being able to see it, I'm learning. So here in the classroom, it's a little bit, you've got me in the picture, right? You've got me saying stuff, so there's your auditory. The hands-on comes from the writing that we do, the reading that we do. That's the hands-on part of it. Even if you hate reading and writing, there's a portion to it that does fall into place. No one is 0% on any of them, right? Like it's just not possible. So you need to have all three really to make it the best bet. So that's what we try to do here in the class. I, in this classroom, will help kind of break down ideas so that way maybe it's not as much reading, it's not as mind meld craziness going on. That way, you know, it'll be easier for you to get through and be able to show off those skills and concepts that you have learned. All right, so just so you know, next week, Monday, we start our fall spirit week. So you probably, if you've been in any other classes, you've seen this already. So on Monday, we're going to mismatch it. Tuesday, we're going to talk about our team sports. Wednesday, we have no school, so you can wear white, red, white, and blue, and send me your pictures if you'd like. Thursday is Hero Thursday, so help everyone respect others, so you're wearing your superhero swag. So maybe you've got a favorite hero that you've got a shirt of or something like that. And then Inside Out Friday, we're talking about words can hurt on the inside more than they appear, so we are wearing our clothes inside out to help bring awareness to that. All right, so I look forward to seeing what you guys have for next week in the Spirit Week stuff. But let's officially get into this. What exactly are we going to be doing in class today? Do I have any volunteers? Raise your hand who would like to read for us. Don't be shy. You know you love me. I'd love to hear your voice. Oh, this is awkward. Just someone who will do it. I can wait here all day, I'm just saying. Awesome. Thank you, Alec. So if you will for me, you can choose if you want to just do the pledge or if you would like to also do today's objective, seeing that you were so kind to read for us. Both? Awesome. All right, take it away when you're ready.
I'm a young adult at hope. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. I will respect myself, others, learning, and property. I have dreams for the future, and I will climb to reach those goals and dreams every day because all are capable of success, no exceptions. Today's objective. Today I am learning to use the OLS and getting to know my teacher and class expectations so that I can make sure that I am successful in our online school and this class. I will know I got it when I can navigate the OLS more easily, know what to do for class, know how to get help if I'm stuck or struggling.
Fantastic job. Make sure to give our round of applause for Alec. Woo-woo. Thank you so very much. So, just kind of getting to know you, letting you see some important pieces, and I've got the interactive orientation if you have not done so already. I know at least one of you guys I see has finished the orientation that's on the plan. So what we'll do is we'll cover things that aren't covered in that, and then we're going to work on that. So it should go pretty quickly as long as you guys kind of follow along with me. I did try to make it as interactive as possible because I know you guys are literally probably getting talked at most of the day. Oh, the password is actually the very last slide of the PowerPoint. Okie dokie, so my pledge to you, it's okay. I am a treasure hunter as well, so that means that I am going to try my best to find what works for you, what you're good at, bring you from the level that you're at to a higher level, right? Like, I want to meet you where you are and help you out. So if for some reason you are struggling or stuck, don't feel ashamed that you need to come into open help or make one-on-ones or call me or Skype me or any of that stuff. Don't hesitate to tell me that you would love to have more of a challenge, you would like to be a student leader, all that kind of stuff. Because I will try to question you, but I only give as much as you give out to me, so please, please, please share. Welcome, Clayton. All right, so the next question is, how long have you been attending online school? So that way I can kind of gauge where you're at. I know some of you guys, so I know you've been here for a bit. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, Demetrius. Thank you, Florence. Thank you, Anna Marie. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Lalana. Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Tyler D. Thank you, Gabriel. It starts to get really hazy whenever everybody starts doing it. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Amber Ray. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Anissa. Thank you, Eamon. Nope, not yet. Almost. Come on, Eamon, you got this. All right. So, because it's the first day, I'm not going to move people to the away room. But what usually ends up happening, I feel so bad. I hit the clear button. Can you do it again for me? Don't hate me. Eamon's like, I'm on this. I know it now. Everybody else is like, no. Welcome, Malin. See, even teachers make mistakes. Okay, so at least some of you guys were willing to try for me. It looks like most of our class are 1 year or more people, which is good. But we do have some newbies. We do have some 3 to 6 months whenever I was scanning it. I don't know why I hit clear. I was supposed to try to, do this whole, share the responses, this thing. And I screwed up. So my apologies on that one. That's all on me. But from what I say, sorry, sir. Okay, from what I can see, though, lots and lots of helpers, right, for those of us that are new in the class. So please, please, please be willing to help if someone is struggling, right? Okie dokie. So who am I, other than being a ridiculous person that obviously likes to hit the clear button whenever I'm not supposed to? You caught a Pokemon. It's me. Those of you that were here in last trimester or in other classes with me in the past probably know me a little bit. But this is kind of my page of crazy. Something new that most people didn't know would be that I have published a poem and now a story with a literary journal, and one of them is also in a book, so that's pretty cool. And I am almost done editing my Joey and the Zombie book. So I keep saying that I'm going to get it done. So this year I'm going to do it. The other newness is that my poor puppy passed away on Halloween. So now we're without a puppy. He was like 13 though, so he was hurting. It's sad, but there's my little guy. I do still have my cats. Here are my kiddos. My son is now taller than me by far. He's like 3 inches taller than me, and he's only in 7th grade, and that's just wrong. And here's my other husband. That's the one thing you definitely need to know, is that this is my other husband, David Tennant, mostly due to the 10th Doctor. And my daughter was over here, but I cut her out of the picture because this is my wedding picture. Welcome, Caitlin. Thank you, Franco. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. It definitely is one of those things that I don't want to think about too hard, though, because it starts to hurt. Amber Ray, that is amazing. It's funny that you mentioned that, because one of my friends said that there should be a lot of books, like a book that kind of interviews people after they've broken up and what they did about that just recently. And they were like, that's what you should do next. So there you go, Amber Ray, you got to do your own version. All right, so I am going to send this lovely little slide to you in case you would like to share on your own. You don't have to do it like right this second, but I would love to kind of see what you've got going on, right? So I've made this little slide. You can move things, change the background, all that jazz, and send it to me either by email or if you think a Dropbox would be best, I could do that too. But that just seems awkward, because then people will be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what this is, kind of thing. So, anywho, so if you're interested, I would love to hear about you. Make yourself a slide. If you'd like me to share with others, I can do that too. Okie dokie. So during the rest of this, if you do have questions, I know a lot of teachers are like, please hold till the end, but I know me. If I were to have to hold on to my question until the end, I would forget it, even if I wrote it down on a note. So I'm going to say raise your hand. I'll get to a stopping point real quick as I can, and I will answer the question. The reason why I say raise your hand is because oftentimes I will miss things in the chat box because it'll go crazy sometimes, right? I'll try to catch things, but I can't promise I can catch everything. I'm human, right? So I don't want to miss out on something that's important to you, question that you have, that kind of thing. So please, please, please raise your hand if you're like, wait, what? Or even, you know, like it's something that you really, really want to make sure that I know. Okie dokie. So first thing I want to make sure that you have done, if you have not done so already, is on your computer itself, in the documents, I want you to create a folder for your English class. Like I name them Eng for A and Eng for B. You can call it English for A or English for B. But you want to definitely make sure that it has the subject as well as the number letter. The reason why I say this is because that way if you're doing 2 classes or you do a class later, you don't have to worry about trying to search through every single file that you own to get it on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the polling type, and this time I promise to try my best not to clear it. Notice how I didn't promise that I would absolutely do it. But give me a green check once you have your file set up. So like under documents, you can do under classes as well, just at least under documents, an English folder just for this class. Thank you, Demetrius. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Marisol. Thank you, Maylin. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Vanessa. Welcome, Ramir. So, great question, Amber Ray. I love it. 4A is the beginning of the class for senior English. It counts as, you know, like part of the credit. The other part of the credit is 4B. So that's the end of the senior level English class. We hold it at the same time, but what ends up happening is on Monday, Wednesday, 4A does their recording stuff. And then Tuesday, Thursday, 4B does their recording stuff. So that way, everybody has like a recording day, like where we get into big detail. And then in the other days, you're going into a breakout room that has like a recording from the past or a video to help you out to get you through whatever that day's lessons and information assignments are. So that way you're still getting your lesson, it's just maybe not a live lesson. And I would love, love, love to have like student leaders that will help us, like even whenever you get into the breakout rooms. If you are interested in that, that's definitely something you can, you know, hit me up on. Welcome, Hala. How you doing? All right. So it's an optional if you would like to share. You can tell me if you would like me to share it with the class, like at the beginning of class, before we get into, you know, really getting into the lessons. Kind of like what we covered before the pledge kind of stuff. Or if you just want it for me, you can do that as well, but it would look, you know, like as many pictures or background or information, kind of like I did on my About Me one here. So like, what do you want to share? It's not extra credit, it's just so that way I can make sure I know you. And the more I know about you, the better I will be able to help you. And so, yeah, it's not required. I mean, but it would help me to help you, kind of thing. Caitlin, so with the orientation, we will get to the one that's in the plan, but I want to kind of cover a few things that don't get covered in that. But if you're looking for that secret word, it's actually at the last slide of the orientation itself. Okay, so recommended browser. They say Chrome, and then they said Firefox, and then they said Chrome, then they keep going back and forth. So usually it's either one or the other of these. What to remember is if you have not, if you're having trouble logging into the school or even trying to get into the classes here, then you just clear the cookies cache and history. And I want to make sure that you know, are aware of that fact. And I will also send you guys a document that has that on it. And of course, I have to go to a different folder, so give me just a second. I know it's here. Where did I put it? And yeah, while we're waiting, tell me what you prefer. It looks like Chrome, regardless of how it's spelled, is the most usual one. Okay, there you go. So this has not only how to clear your cookies cache and history, but a lot of other cool, helpful hints, like step-by-step, how to do them. Yeah. All right. Don't forget, because otherwise your time will be off, that your time zone needs to be Phoenix. So if you are not sure of how to get to this, it's right up underneath your picture if you've changed it. If not, it looks like this. And then you go to account settings and then scroll down to time zone. So if you don't have it set to the time zone that you are in, it will mess up everything. Right? So we don't want that to mess up. And I'm sorry, I kind of skipped over this. My apologies, but you guys aren't very talkative, so we'll get through this quick. Okie dokie. So what I would love for you to do, go to emails from the login page and open your mailbox and then find that welcome to English 4A 4B email from me. And I want you to reply with 1 to 2 words about the image that is on the bottom of the document. It's going to take you a bit to do this one. So you're opening up the email. You're going to the Welcome to English 4A 4B email. There's an attached document. Open it up and look at the image at the bottom and reply with 1 to 2 words that you would use to describe that image. And it should come quickly to me so I know. Thank you, Marisol. So you're just replying to said email. 1 to 2 words to describe the image on the document. So open the email. Go to the email that I sent this morning. Open the document, the PDF that's attached. In other words, this is kind of a way of making sure that everything's working for you. So if it's not, you can tell me. Once you've opened up that attachment, look at the bottom of the document and tell me how you would describe that image. Thank you, Colin. And I really don't care if you want to, if you just want to reply to the email, just so I know you know that it's working. That would be fine too. I'm not going to get angry. I've got plenty better saying. Just hello. Awesome, Anissa. Thank you. Welcome, Gabriella. So you're opening up your email and you're replying to it, pretty much. Thank you, Amber Ray. Thank you, Florence. Thank you, Samantha. Aw, Samantha, you're so sweet. Yep, you got it, Flory. Love it. Would you like me to call you Flory? Awesome, Andrew. Glad to hear it. There you go, Cameron. That is what it means. All right, Flory, I can definitely do that. Thank you for letting me know. All right. There will be lessons. There is a quiz today, which is the end part of this orientation, so that way I don't have to keep talking at you and you can have some fun with it. And I think I actually made it work this time. Last trimester I couldn't make it work. Yeah, and Demetrius, you can just type anything. That's fine. All right. So hopefully at least you know how your email works, that it's working. Feel free to respond to that email once you get a chance, please, so that way at least I know you got it and you're good to go. All right. There are things right beside of that that have links that you can check out later. And instead of discussing it right this second, we'll keep moving. Once you're in the class, please, please, please check those class announcements every day, because it is important information. So instead of making you do it right now because we're running out of time, I'll continue to the last one that's not covered, and that is in this class, it will give you tools. And you may not notice it, but it's like a little pop-out tool that helps you to read, focus, define, translate, all that jazz. So feel free to use those to help you out. So anything it can change, it can even do that kind of stuff. So just like a word or two, I was originally saying about the image on the document, but if you don't, you can just say hi if you want to, that's fine. All right, so here is the official stuff that we need to finish today. If you've already done it, great. Maybe you can help others, or you're free to go for the day. If you have not done this, let's get this done together. It is in the plan, so if this link up here does not work for you, you can go to your plan or your My Schedule or whatever, and there will be a clickable thing to take you to a form. And on this form is this link, which will take you to a PowerPoint to view. So what you do is you're going to watch, like go through this PowerPoint, which is an escape room thing. And on the form, you write in your answers. So like whatever you click an answer for something, then it's usually an answer on the form itself. And to make sure that I give you your points, you want to make sure you finish the form, not just the PowerPoint itself. All right, so once you think you've got it, I would love for you to private chat me your English class. I'm going to turn off everything so that way it'll automatically private chat it to me. So once you have logged in, then private chat me your English class. And those of you in the recording world, this is on your plan as well, so let me know if you need help on it. I'm here for you. Okay, those of you that are doing this, it will ask you for a password. The password is now up on the board. If you already finished it, awesome. You've already probably seen this, but it's the very last slide on the board. I know some of you guys are having trouble uploading it, unfortunately. So the password, secret word, that's the word I was known for, secret word, is going to be asymmetrical, because that's the kid says asymmetrical garbage. So there you have it. Let's wrap up officially for the day. Get you to the right slide because I kind of got out of order. All right. So what we did today is we worked on the orientation stuff. We did the meet the teacher thing. I send a slide out to you if you want to fill it out and send it back to me and tell me whether or not you want me to share it with the class so I can get to know you better. That'd be awesome. And so all you need to do is finish that orientation form, right? If you did not already complete it, the About Me slide if you would like to, and send any questions you have. I do have open help running 1:15 to 2 p.m. today too as well if you can't stick around to talk to me. Alrighty guys, that's all for today. Unless you need to stick around to get questions answered, help you get into this forum. Have a great day guys. Bye. Thanks for coming in.